Hello everyone, how are you guys doing today? I'm Star Wars Meg, here to give you another Mandalorian Season 2 update. So before I get into the news guys, please may I ask you to hit like down below, to subscribe to my channel if you're new, and also please consider contributing by becoming a patron of mine on Patreon. But without further ado, let's get into today's news. Our first news story comes from the whole Pedro Pascal rumour, and it has now been debunked as a complete bunch of fake news. Now, I did say that a few days ago on my channel that it was all BS, and I received a lot of backlash from a lot of people saying that I didn't know what I was talking about and I was just being anti-Grace Randolph or whatever. That is not the case. All I was saying was that you can't just trust rumours until they've been confirmed by Lucasfilm, and it's now been confirmed that this whole rumour was just a rumour. So let's see what this news article states. It says that there were a bunch of rumours suggesting that Pedro Pascal left The Mandalorian Season 2, but it seems as though those rumours were false. This rumour was first started by Grace Randolph on her YouTube channel Beyond the Trailer. She's one of the people who like to spread rumours without any real thought about what the ramifications might be. Now, before anyone says anything, this is the article stating it, not me. A lot of people love to jump into the comment sections and just say that I'm saying this. This is what the article is saying. This is not my own words. It's very easy to claim you have a source that told you that Pascal had left The Mandalorian halfway through Season 2 because they wouldn't let him take his helmet off. The issue with these sorts of rumours and people like Grace Randolph is that they can claim absolutely anything and not suffer the consequences. These sorts of videos and articles generally start off with, "I've been informed by an insider source." Radio Times, LMR and a bunch of other sources who spoke to Lucasfilm about it all state that he will be in Season 3 and Season 4 of The Mandalorian, and Pedro Pascal never left. He's still there, he's still with them, and even though there may have been rows with the production team, he hasn't actually left the show. This should be a lesson to everyone who just blindly believes rumours. Do not follow them until they've been confirmed by Lucasfilm or a credible source that can be linked back to Lucasfilm. You have to be really careful with rumours in this industry, and people like Grace Randolph didn't seem to do so on this occasion. Again, I'm not taking a dump on her. In fact, I don't even know much about her apart from this rumour, and I did check out her channel once or twice. But I have no malice towards her and no ill feelings. I just don't think it's right when we spread rumours that have no source, just to hype up the community a bit. It's not right, especially the Star Wars fandom. A lot of people take Star Wars extremely seriously, myself included, and when these things go around, it's not a nice feeling when we find out that we've been lied to. We now move on to an article from Showbiz Cheat Sheet, which talks about Sasha Banks' character. I thought this was an interesting article, so I wanted to share it with you guys. And it states, The Mandalorian, fans who think Sasha Banks is Sabine Wren are setting themselves up for disappointment. Both fans of Star Wars and WWE are excited for the upcoming premiere of The Mandalorian Season 2. Along with bringing back everyone's favourite bounty hunter and Baby Yoda, the show will also feature WWE star Sasha Banks in an undisclosed role. While a lot of fans online started speculating that she could be playing Sabine Wren from Rebels, it turns out that fans are setting themselves up for disappointment. A Reddit thread dedicated to discussing this very subject had fans debating whether Banks is Sabine. One post expressed disbelief that this would be the case, saying, "Sasha Banks 100% is not Sabine Wren. People need to pump their brakes on this. They're setting themselves up for disappointment when it turns out to be someone completely different." For Star Wars fans, it's a lose-lose proposition. If they hype up the appearance as if Banks playing Sabine is a foregone conclusion, they'll be disappointed when it's not true. If she is playing the character, they've hyped it up so much to the point that they're almost spoiling the surprise for themselves. Now, I did state in my video the other day that she's most likely either an Imperial Inquisitor or a dark side user or perhaps even a Jedi. But personally, I don't see how she could be Sabine Wren. Of course, Sabine Wren's story could play into The Mandalorian very easily and very well with the timeline, but she just doesn't look like what Sabine Wren should look like in live action form, and it's a very, very far-fetched proposition when you really think about it. Trying to attach characters from other Star Wars stories is exactly the type of narrow-minded storytelling that The Mandalorian avoided in Season 1. Outside of a few scant references to characters, places, or things from the original trilogy, this show told its own story. Fans who got caught up trying to come up with theories on how it tied into the original trilogy or sequels were probably disappointed as well. But wasn't the show good enough on its own? It absolutely was, and on October 30th, we'll all be excited to find out what the story really has for us. So our next news story is probably one of the most exciting ones we've had in weeks. It's now been confirmed that Rosario Dawson will be playing in Season 2 of The Mandalorian. Disney Plus DE, which is the German Disney Plus Instagram account, has confirmed that Rosario will be playing. Underneath the promotional second poster, we have a list of actors, including Timothy Olyphant and also Rosario Dawson. It's not been confirmed whether she will be playing Ahsoka Tano or not, but let's be honest, this is the most likely hypothesis. And now I want to talk to you guys about an article from Fansided which talks about 5 bold predictions for The Mandalorian Season 2. These are really cool predictions, so I wanted to share it with you guys. The first one is that there will be a major death. In Season 1, we had to suffer through some major deaths. First, the hard-working, reluctant companion of Mando was killed by the Empire toward the end of the first season. In the season finale, we saw the former bounty droid IG-11 sacrifice himself to save Mando, Baby Yoda, Cara Dune and Greef Karga. Just when us fans were getting used to and loving these new characters, they were killed off and left us mourning and feeling stunned. There's a good chance that we get even more heart-wrenching deaths in Season 2 as well. The 2 most likely candidates are Cara Dune and Greef Karga. These 2 appeared intermittently throughout the first season and also appeared together in the Season 2 trailer, both having different paths on their way to becoming basically partners in crime. Prediction number 2, Boba Fett will appear but not have his armor. In the final shots of the 5th episode of Season 1 of The Mandalorian, we see a shadowy figure look over the body of Fennec Shand. Rumours abounded that perhaps this mysterious character was none other than Boba Fett. It made some sense since this scene took place on Tatooine, and that is where we last saw Boba Fett before he was knocked into the Sarlacc pit in episode 6. When the news broke that Tamara Morrison would be joining the cast of Season 2, many figured that he'd probably be playing Boba Fett. It's quite possible that that's the case, but he could be also playing an older version of Rex. If Boba Fett does make an appearance, there's a good chance that he won't have his armor. There are a couple of good reasons for this. First of all, there's a story that is canon that takes place in the Aftermath series of books that depicts an outlaw on Tatooine acquiring Mandalorian armor from some Jawas. That could easily be Boba Fett's armor that perhaps he wiggled out of to escape the monster. Another possibility could be that being in the Sarlacc pit destroyed Fett's armor, perhaps the digestive juices wore through the armor making it fall apart. Having Fett appear in the series would make some sense. He could try to get his name back into the world of bounty hunting, and bringing in the Mandalorian and his little green friend would surely make him the top hunter in the galaxy. If he does take on this role, expect to see Boba Fett with a whole new look that doesn't include his signature armor and helmet. Prediction number 3 is that Luke Skywalker will be mentioned. A big plot point of Season 2 of The Mandalorian involves Mando returning Baby Yoda to a group of quote-unquote enemy sorcerers, the Jedi. The only known Jedi alive at this point in the timeline is Luke Skywalker. While it's doubtful we'll actually get to see him in the show, chances are extremely high that he'll be mentioned by name, perhaps even more than once. There's been talk that Ahsoka Tano will be in the show and Rosario Dawson could potentially have been cast to play her. If this is the case and she does make an appearance, she will surely know of Luke Skywalker and potentially his whereabouts. It's possible that Mando reluctantly gives Baby Yoda to Ahsoka to deliver to Luke for training. Prediction number 4, Baby Yoda will speak. One word that seems to encapsulate Baby Yoda or the child since his debut in the first episode of The Mandalorian is surprising. Fully expect to see the trend of Baby Yoda surprising us to continue in Season 2 of The Mandalorian. I'm sure we'll see the little guy continue to develop and grow and pick up many mannerisms and learn many traits from not just Mando but even others as well. One thing we might also expect is to finally hear the little guy talk. That would be the icing on the cake for many Star Wars fans. The question is, how will he talk? Will he speak in the same backwards style that Yoda most famously spoke in? Or will the communication style differ entirely? Prediction number 5, Baby Yoda will end up in the hands of the enemy. The whole driving force of Season 2 of The Mandalorian will be Din Djarin trying to return Baby Yoda to the Jedi where he obviously belongs. There will surely be plenty of trials, tribulations and detours along the way, and that goal may not eventually happen until much later in different seasons. However, don't be shocked if the child ends up in the hands of the enemy in the season-ending cliffhanger. Mando and Baby Yoda will encounter plenty of enemies in Season 2. Moff Gideon will be seeking his revenge on them for nearly killing him, and the Empire, or whatever remnants of it exist, clearly have some plan for the young Force user. So what do you guys think of these 5 plot predictions? Are they credible? Are they absolute nonsense? You let me know in the comments. Before I go, I just want to make a quick point. Some people have been saying over the last few days not to call Baby Yoda a he. It is actually confirmed that he is male. So while there's been some speculation that he could be female, he's not. He's a male Yoda species. StarWars.com confirms it if you want to go check that out. Yeah, he is male. And it was also confirmed in Season 1 as well. So that is all I have for you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're new. Also, please consider becoming a patron of mine on Patreon. For just $2 or $10 a month, you can help to support my channel and get exclusive access to content that's not found here on YouTube. I'm going through a really cool series right now on Patreon where I'm going through some of the most fascinating and horrifying characters from all of the Skywalker saga, looking at points that you probably didn't know about the characters. So do check that out if that interests you. If not, have a fantastic rest of the day, no matter where you are in the galaxy, and I will see you tomorrow. I'm Star Wars Meg.